film opening task is called Brotherhood. It's a war drama film that revolves around the struggle of a group of students struggling to learn the aftermath of a war. The teacher's role in the film is to protect them from their enemies and teach them at the same time so they won't grow up knowing nothing. To start off, it is known that camera work is a very crucial aspect of the film. Camera work is responsible for showcasing and displaying everything that is found in the frame, evoking the audience's emotions and hinting at the film's genre. In my case, war drama. Camera work such as wide angles and aerial shots are common examples found in these types of films. They are considered genre norms. Genre norms basically mean that things that the audience expect from the film in many different aspects. In the context of camera work, it can differ from angle compositions to camera movements. To follow the conventions of the war drama genre's camera work, I included several establishing shots to show the destruction caused by the war in the area where the students live. I focused on the students' desks as the central element of the plot of how students struggled to get the rights to learn after the war. I introduced my characters with wide shots highlighting the innocence of children and their attempts to learn after experiencing traumatic events. The medium shot that was used when their teacher reassures them that nothing will happen to them and they are safe reflects the caring nature of the teacher. In the same scene, as the teacher was giving a lesson, medium and close-up shots were used to show that the students were in danger when the armed man came in screaming. These shots helped in presenting the dramatic aspect of my plot, portraying the terror and fear experienced by the students and their teacher. Furthermore, the dramatic genre is also shown in the scene where Andrew finds his brother as the enemy. This scene shows the audience that this plot doesn't only include the conventions of war, but also focuses on the drama genre. Mise-en-scène branches out to lighting, props, setting of the location, and so on. Understanding the importance of a set can drastically change the success of a film. In some cases, lighting can't be adjusted on set. To hang on the war drama conventions, I made some adjustments and added a few things to the set, which was done by having a small board to show that there was not enough resources due to the war's devastation. Additionally, the use of broken desks also showed the impact of a war on this area, emphasizing the importance of these students to the plot. The location that I have chosen was an isolated and abandoned area to show that the people in this country are still in danger and under enemy rule. The decision to have the teacher take these students to what he believed was a safe place showed the situation they were in. Unfortunately, this was not the case when the armed civilian warned them and took them to a hidden staircase to hide. My film opening scene reflected the cloudy weather since the audience are used to these weather conditions in such films. As for the lighting and the color of the shots, I had to change this convention by having high-key lighting in the scene where the teacher was giving a lesson, to reflect natural lighting conditions. However, I used dim lighting in the other scenes to create an unsettling atmosphere. Moreover, cool colors were consistently used to represent my genre and it was done for the whole scenes. The most important props and costumes, such as weapons and soldier costumes, were significant in portraying the genre to the audience. The students' costume, casual and dirty, showed their ongoing struggle to have their lives back in the aftermath of war. Editing played a huge role in following the conventions of the war drama genre. Editing basically finishes the job. In scenarios like not being able to change the lighting in real life, the editing can be used to change it. It can also change the vibe of the scenery by just adjusting the colors of the frame, as well as merge the shots together and most importantly, add sounds or songs over shots. I used multiple editing techniques to portray the destruction that happened in that area. For the titles and fonts, I used simple fonts while leaving some space between the letters, following the typical style found in war drama genres. I also included several simple transitions on these, since my genre doesn't need a complex one. Such reverse shot editing technique had a huge impact on the scene where Andrew sees his brother, generating a strong emotional reaction from the audience as they see Andrew's shock upon seeing his brother on the enemy's side. Soundtracks can help evoke emotion in the audience. Depending on what kind of soundtrack or in what context, it can easily change what they're feeling. Usually, soundtracks that evoke thrill can be commonly found in war drama films. This is another example of genre norms, the expectations of the audience when it comes to soundtracks. I used cello music as this instrument reflects sadness and misery. This helped me in adding a dramatic element to my film opening task. I also focused on using a higher beat when Andrew meets his brother to highlight the importance of this moment, as it reveals that his brother has become the enemy. In my film opening task, I wanted to represent different social groups, including students, armed civilians, educators, and soldiers. Representing children and educators being affected was important in my case, as this aspect is usually disregarded by many people among their other worries such as food shortages. Many people don't realize how these situations affect education and prevent innocent students from having the right to learn. My film's main focus was to highlight this overlooked issue and raise awareness among audiences. That's why the teacher gathered some damaged desks and chairs along with a small board to be able to create a semi-classroom in this situation. Highlighting the importance of education in these situations helped me in passing on the message that learning is essential for children and their future, despite the situation they are in.